Okay, like I said, I have a bone to pick with a lot of football analysts and sportscasters and even fans themselves. I have a bone to pick. So, as you could tell, I'm a Packers fan. Over the weekend, I was devastated. And I think the football world was devastated. Packers fans alike. And I'd like to share some things about how I feel with that whole situation. Now, this past weekend was probably the most hysterical divisional playoffs that I've ever seen. Hysterical being an understatement. Teams we didn't think were going to get taken out got taken out. Two of the top teams. Two teams that had the top seed, bye week, home field advantage got taken down, unfortunately. I wasn't going for Tennessee. I was going for Cincinnati, though. Because Cincinnati, they've got something to prove this year. But all that aside, that Packers 49ers game, that was devastating, to say the least. Devastating because everyone's trashing on Rodgers and everyone's basically saying, oh, he's washed up, overrated, he can never get the Packers past a certain point. And it's like, he can't. And I'm flabbergasted as to why every time the Packers play the 49ers in the playoffs, he does not play with his full heart. And I learned recently in the last several years that he was initially supposed to be drafted to the 49ers. They had picked him. But 49ers went with Alex Smith. And Rodgers got the call by Green Bay saying, hey, we want to pick you. Because they could tell that Brett Favre was, he's getting older and they need to have some kind of backup plan. Okay. So when Rodgers first came in for his first ever NFL start, he wasn't good. We, Packers fans, we know what it's like to have a star quarterback. I mean, we've been dealing with that for many years. Not even just Brett Favre, but Bart Starr and, but Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now we have to think of, okay, well, what is Rodgers going to do now? Is he going to retire? Is he going to take his talents to a different team? Jordan Love hasn't had enough time behind Rodgers to really be ready. But my whole reasoning for this video is not to sit here and talk about Aaron Rodgers' future and what I think. That has nothing to do with it. Everyone's putting the blame on him when the blame should be on the team as a whole. The only part of the team that did anything was the defense. The defense worked their ass off for that game. They kept the Packers in the game. The fact that we were winning 7-0 at the half blows my mind. The fact that against one of the best running teams that I've ever seen, we were up 7-0. Not to mention, two key plays that basically gave away this game was our special teams. The blocked field goal right before half. That should have been easy field goal. Mason Crosby, he's been a GOAT for many years, but this year is his off year, 100%. I've never seen Crosby basically just, I don't know. That just felt really weird to me. And then not to mention, we were winning 10-3 with what? 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes left in the game. And then all of a sudden, the crack of a whip just stunned everybody at Lambeau and everyone watching. Was that blocked punt that got picked up and returned for a touchdown. That was bad. And the fact that it even had to come down to a punt should have never happened. The fact that our offensive line was not blocking and protecting Aaron Rodgers, just complete disrespect. The fact that he had to take a 13-yard sack or something like that, or a 10-yard sack or something like that. That disrespect. Disrespect. I mean, that was our chance to put some extra points on the board to give us a cushion. And then we failed. And then our special teams just sat there and gave the game away. Now, one thing that I did find really weird was that San Francisco didn't try to go for two when they scored that touchdown. They basically just tied it with the extra point. And then we got the ball back. I think we went 4 and out or 3 and out or something like that. Gave the ball right back. And just the simple fact that San Francisco got the ball back with enough time on the clock to get in field goal range, to get Robbie Gould out there to kick that field goal. That was the moment when I knew that I just couldn't get over it. And I know plenty of people out there are just like, what the, like, how do you do that? So to anyone who is talking shit or talking any kind of smack, you don't know. Don't put the blame on one player when it was a mixture of factors. The fact that Randall Cobb was getting double teamed. The fact that Davante Adams was pretty much only the one catching the ball besides Aaron Jones. And that's when Aaron Jones got open. Other than that, Aaron Jones was our star. He ran the ball, did what he did his job. But the fact that Rodgers was sacked so many times meant that the O-line just wasn't doing their job. Then our defense stepped up. Our defense was the reason why we even were winning at the very end of the game. So that's how I feel, And yes, did I watch the rest of the games? Of course I did. I'm a sports fanatic. Damn right I was sitting here watching Tom Brady and the Bucs. I'm glad that Tom Brady's out of it. Not saying anything bad about Tom Brady. He's a good, really good quarterback. He leads the league in so many records. But there's just something to be said. When you get to a certain age, you got to start thinking about your future elsewhere. Protecting yourself. Because, hey, be there for your kids, start up a new career for yourself, do something different. Stop trying to force something that may or may not happen. So there's 2 teams that I wouldn't mind seeing winning the Super Bowl, and that's the Rams or the Bengals. And you're hearing it from me first. It's going to be a Rams-Bengals Super Bowl, 100%. 49ers, you saw how they played against Green Bay. They were trash. So if that means that top defenses can take down Jimmy Garoppolo and their offense, the Rams have a pretty damn good defense. Aaron Donald was sitting there trashing on Tom Brady that day. So I'm going for a Rams-Bengals Super Bowl. You heard it first from me. Let's see how many other people agree with me. Let me know down in the comments what you think. What's your opinions? I mean, if you disagree with me, let me know. Hey, I'm all for it. And if you're a Packer hater, I don't give a shit. Go Pack, go. Guys, have a good day.